Well, I'm here in Wildwood, I lodge Thetford Forest, and one of the first things I've got to do for this season before making use of this wood is putting a fire pit in. So I've got this location here, which is where I'm going to end up with my main tarp for teaching purposes, and in this area here is where I'm going to sink a fire pit. I've got an old cleaned out food oil drum, some concrete, some sand and some bricks just to make it nice and tidy around the edge. This kind of woodland, you need to have some kind of base in. If you don't, then obviously if you leave a long burning fire for some time and then you try and douse that, it's going to burn quite far down. So you need some kind of bed where that's not going to burn in and start sort of forest fires and all kinds of damage. It's also not good for roots and whatever as well, so it'll lay some kind of protection for all the roots and whatever. Leave it nice and tidy, and it'll be a nice area where keep it nice and clean. So we'll see how we go. Morning, second morning. I've come in this morning to finish off. Basically the concrete, it needs a lot longer to dry, but for the purpose of what it's here for, which is to stop the fire burning through. In this kind of woodland, if it burns down, then you're going to get peat underneath potentially, and then the fire's just going to spread. So Forestry Commission have been good enough to allow me access. The least I can do is take appropriate steps to try and not burn the place down. So safety first. Here it is. Does look a little bit like a grave, but remember I've got two fires, one each end, two maricas, so I can cater for different people's dietary needs and whatever. You can also cook them all for large groups. Looks brand new at the moment, but obviously we're in a forest, so it won't take long for that to sort of get weathered over and tidied up and sort of blend in quite nicely. All it remains for me to do now is get rid of the surplus soil, tidy up, and basically try and leave it as untouched as possible on the surface. But as I say, it won't take long for this to blend in. It's just outlined by some stones around the edge, just so it can be found and identified. But yeah, as I say, safety first. So if you're in a woodland, going to be having fires regularly in the same spot, it's worthwhile sort of putting something in at the base. It doesn't have to be like this, it can be a lot simpler, but with this place here, it's a beautiful forest. I thought I'd do the responsible thing, put something nice in, something fairly decent. Anyway, take care.